Once upon a time,
I wish
in a far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
With young maiden,
more than life,
sad young lad.
more than jewels.
I wish
and a childless baker,
more than life.
I wish
with
more
his
than
wife,
anything.
More than the moon,
I wish the king is giving a festival.
more than life,
I wish to go to the festival.
more than
And
riches.
the poor,
I wish my cow would give us some milk.
more than anything.
I wish we had a
Please,
child.
pal.
I want a child.
Please, pal.
I wish to go to the
I wish
festival.
you'd give us some
I
milk.
wish
We might have a child. I wish.
You wish to go to the festival?
Poor girl's mother had died.
You Cinderella,
What,
the festival? You wish to go to the festival, the king's festival?
And her father had taken for his new wife,
The festival.
a woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Look at your nails.
Look at your dress.
People would laugh at you nevertheless. You still wish to go to the festival and dance before the prince. Ha, 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 ha.
All 3 are beautiful of face, but vile and slack of heart.
Jack, on the other hand, had no father, and his mother,
I wish,
well, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son were not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow would give some milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things. You foolish child, what in heaven's name are you doing with the cow inside the house?
A warm environment might be just what Milky White needs to produce his milk.
It's a she! How many times must I tell you only she's can give milk? Why, come in, little girl.
I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I've emptied a pot of lentils into the ashes for you. If you have them picked out in 2 hours' time, you may go to the ball with us. And perhaps a sticky bun or 4 birds in the sky, birds in the eaves and the leaves in the fields and the castles and ponds.
And a few of those
come little birds down from the leaves and the fields and the trees and the castle and ponds.
No squeeze, pal.
Little birds flick through the ashes, pick and peck but swiftly sift through the ashes into the pot.
Listen well, son. Milky White must be taken to market.
Mother, no! He's the best cow!
Was. She's been dry for a week.
But Milky White is my best friend in the whole world.
Look at her! There are bugs on her ducks. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump big enough to be a hump. But, son, we've no time to sit and dither while her withers wither with her. And no one keeps a cow for a friend. Sometimes I fear you're touched.
Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to go. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am. Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
You're certain of your way.
The way is clear. The light
Don't
is
stray and be
good.
late.
I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees.
Some of those
The trees
trees for
are just
Granny.
wood. I sort of hate to ask it, but do you have a basket? Into the woods and down the dell, the path is straight, I know it well. Into the woods, but who can tell what's waiting on the journey? Into the woods to bring some bread to Granny, who is sick in bed. Never can tell what lies ahead, for all that I know she's already dead. But into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, to grandmother's house and home before dark. Back to the sky, back to the eaves and the leaves and the
Hurry
fields
up
and
into
the
my hair, Cinderella. Are you really wearing that?
Here I found a little tear, Cinderella. Can you hide it with a hat? You look beautiful.
I know. Put it in the twist.
Mother said be good, father said be nice. That was always their advice. So be nice, Cinderella. Good Cinderella. Nice, good, nice. What's the good of being good if everyone is blind and you're always left behind? Never mind, Cinderella. Kind Cinderella. Nice, good, nice. Kind, good, nice.
Not that tight.
Sorry.
Claude.
Because the baker had lost his mother and father in a baking accident,
Well, at least that's evil.
he was eager to start a family of his own and was very concerned that all his efforts until now had failed.
It's the witch from next door.
The old enchantress proceeded to tell the couple that she had placed a spell on their house.
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought his young wife and you to this cottage. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was with child and she had developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father that what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens and nothing but greens. Parsley, pepper, cabbage and celery, asparagus and watercress and fiddle friends and lettuce. He said, all right. But it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up the rampion, my champion, my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him right there. Could have turned to a dog, or a stone, or a chair, or a... But I let him have the rampion. I'd lots to spare. In return, however, I said, fair is fair. You can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No. But you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought I had been more than reasonable, and that we all might live happily ever after. But how was I to know what your father had hidden in his pocket? You see, when I had inherited that garden, my mother had warned me I was to be punished for to ever lose any of the beans.
Beans?
The special beans. I let him go. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall, and bang, crash in the lightning flash. Well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, alas, the big day came. I made my claim. Oh, no, take away the baby. They shrieked and screeched, but I did, and I hid her where she'd never be reached. Your father cried, and your mother died, and for extra measure, I admit it was a pleasure. I said sorry. I'm still not mollified, and I laid a little spell on them. You too, son. That your family tree would always be a barren one.
Oh.
So there's no more fuss and there's no more scenes, and my garden thrives. You should see my nectarines, but I'm telling you the same I'll tell king and queen. Never, never, never mess around with my greens, especially the beans.
Now listen to me, Jack. Lead Milky White to market and fetch the best price you can. Are you listening to me? Jack, 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 heading a sack. The house is getting colder. This is not a time for dreaming. Chimney stack, starting to crack. The mice are getting bolder. The floor's gone slack. Your mother's getting older. Your father's not back. And you can't just sit here dreaming pretty dreams. To wish and wait from day to day will never keep the wolves away. So into the woods, the time is now. We have to live, I don't care how. Into the woods to sell the cow. I must begin my journey. Straight through the woods and don't delay. We have to face the marketplace. Into the woods to journey's end.
Into the woods to sell a friend.
Someday you'll have a real pet, Jack.
A piggy?
Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained to the baker how he might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back 1. The cow as white as milk. 2. The cape as red as blood. 3. the hair as yellow as corn. 4, the slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these by the chime of midnight in 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be. Go to the wood!
Ladies, our carriage waits. Now may I go to the festival?
The festival?
Drawing with nails, drawing with clothes. Lentils are one thing, but drawing with those you make us the fools of the festival and mortify the prince.
I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
Beans? Which is beans? We'll take them with us.
The spell is on my house. Only I can lift the spell.
No,
the spell
no,
is
the
on
spell
my
is on
house.
our house. We must
No, you
lift
are not
the spell
becoming that is
together.
final.
The spell is on our house.
Now what am I to return with?
You don't remember. The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
The cow is white as milk. The
And
cake
so
is
the
red
baker
as blood, the
reluctantly
hair is
set off to
gold,
meet the
the slipper is
enchantress's
pure as
demands.
gold.
As for Cinderella,
I still wish to go to the festival.
Cape is red as blood.
But how am I ever to get to the festival? I know I'll visit mother's graves, the grave, the hazel tree, and tell her I just want to go to the king's festival.
To the woods, it's time to go. It may be all in vain, I know.
To the woods, but even so I have to take the journey. To the woods, the path is straight, I know it well, but who can tell?
To the woods to lift the spell.
To the woods to visit mother.
To the woods to fetch the things.
To make the
To
potion.
go to the festival, into the woods without regret. The choice is made, the task is set. To the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get my wish, I don't care how the time is now.
Into the woods to sell the cow.
To the woods to get the money.
To the woods to fetch the things.
To make the
To
potion.
go to the festival.
the way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid there, there's something in the glade there.
Into the woods without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journeying. Into the woods to see the king.
Sell the cow.
To make the
To
potion.
see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to live, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods. And home before dark.
Cinderella had planted a branch, the grave of her mother. She visited there so often, wept so much, that her tears watered it, so it had become a handsome tree.
I've been good and I've been kind, Mother, doing only what I learned from you. Why then am I left behind, Mother? Is there something more that I should do? What is wrong with me, Mother? Something must be wrong. I wish.
Know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what you want, then make a wish. Ask the tree, and you shall have your wish.
Quiet. Silence everywhere, Milky White. Not to my liking.
Hello, Jack.
How do you know my name?
When first I appear, I seem mysterious, but when explained, I am nothing serious.
Say that again?
On your way to market, you might have been there hours ago, taking your time, Jack.
No, sir.
Is that the truth?
Well, you see, sir, now I'm resting.
much are you asking for the animal?
No less than 5 pounds, sir.
Oh, now, Jack, why such a sum?
Well, my mother told me.
Your mother, a boy your age? Why, you'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
Well, Come along, Milky White. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Bread and wine, so grandmother has something good to make her strong.
Where might your grandmother live?
A good quarter of a league that way. Her house stands under 3 large oak trees.
Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush, delicious. Hello, little girl. What's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time.
Straight ahead, not to delay or be misled.
Just so, little girl. Many paths, the birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plump. What a delectable couple. Oh, to perfection, one brittle, one supple, one moment, my dear.
Follow the path and never stray.
Just so, little girl, many paths, so many worth exploring. Just one would be so boring. And look what you're ignoring. Think of those crisp, aging bones, then something fresh on the palate. Think of that scrumptious carnality twice in one day. There's no possible way to describe what you feel when your tongue do your meal.
Mother said not to stray, still I suppose a small delay. Granny might like a fresh bouquet. Oh, goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl. And hello.
Is harm to come to that little girl? In the red cape?
Forget the little girl and get the cape.
I can't just take a cloak from a little girl. Why don't you take it?
I would if I could, but Ah, my Rapunzel. Listen to her beautiful music. Get me what I need! Get me what I need!
This is ridiculous. I'll never find a red cape, nor a golden cow, nor a yellow slipper. Or was it a yellow cow and a golden slipper?
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood.
What are you doing here?
You forgot your scarf.
You have no business being alone in the woods. And you have no idea what I've come upon here. You'd be frightened for your life. Now go home immediately.
I wish to help.
The spell is on my house. Only I
Our
can lift
house.
the spell. The spell is on my
our.
house.
The cow is white as milk.
Hello there, young lad.
Hello, sir.
What might you be doing with a cow in the middle of the forest?
Well, you see, sir, I was on my way to market, but I seem to have lost my way.
What are you planning to do there?
And what are you planning to do there?
Sell my cow, sir. No less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds? Where am I to get 5 pounds?
5 pounds. She must be generous of milk to fetch 5 pounds.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the sum total.
Beans.
Oh no, we mustn't give up our beans. Well, if you feel we must.
Huh?
Beans will bring you food, son.
Beans? In exchange for my cow?
Oh, these are no ordinary beans, son. These beans carry magic.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Tell him.
Magic that defies description.
My mother would be.
You'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
How many beans?
6.
5. We can't part with all of them. Besides, I'd say they're worth £1 each at the very least.
Could I buy my cow back someday?
Well, possibly.
I guess this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. And I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate.
Magic beans. We've no reason to believe they're magic. Are we to dispel this curse through deceit?
No one would have given him more for this creature. We did him a favor. At least he'll have some food.
5 beans.
If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
Home.
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain, or you live to regret it.
Will you please go home?
There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic. Who knows? Why you do what you do, that's the point. All the rest of it is chatter.
Look at her, she's
If the
crying.
thing you do is pure in intent, if it's meant and it's just a little bent, does it matter?
Yes.
No, what matters is that everyone tells tiny lies. What's important really is the size. Only 3 more tries and we'll have our prize. When the end's in sight, you'll realize if the end is right, it justifies the beans.
Take the cow and go home. I will carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker set off in search of the cape as red as blood. As for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose this beauty to the outside world, and so shut her in the doorless tower deep within the forest. And when the old enchantress decided to pay a visit, she called forth
Rapunzel, let down your hair to me.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, what a strange name. Strange, but beautiful, and fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I shall stand beneath her tower and ask her to let her hair down to me.
Hello there, little one.
Oh, hello.
Do you save some of those sweets for Granny?
I ate all of the sweets and half the loaf of bread.
What a beautiful cape you have. I do admire it.
Oh, my granny made it for me.
Is that so? I would love a red cape just like this.
Well, you'd look pretty foolish.
May I take a look at it?
Yes, but I really don't like to be without my cape for too long. Sir, please give me back my cape.
But I need it badly.
But it's mine. Please give it. Please. Give me back my cape. It's my cape. Give it back to me. Give it back. Please give it back to me.
I just wanted to make sure that you really loved this cape. Now you go to your granny's, and you be careful that no wolf comes your way.
Oh, I'd rather wolf than you any day.
After some consideration, the baker mustered newfound determination and set off after the red cape.
As for the little girl, she was
surprised to find her grandmother's door wide open. Oh dear, how uneasy I feel. Perhaps it was all the sweets? Oh, hello, grandmother. Why, grandmother, you're looking very strange. What large ears you have.
The better to hear you with, my dear.
Grandmother, what large eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
Grandmother, what large hands you have.
The better to hug you with, my
Oh, grandmother, what a big, terrible wet mouth you have.
Eat you with.
And scarcely had the wolf said this, he had devoured the little girl.
Well, it was a full day of eating for both.
And with his appetite appeased, the wolf decided to take it to bed for a nice long nap.
That grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd, where's the little one? Eating, no doubt. Or eaten. Grandmother, ha! I know! I'll get the red cape from within your stomach.
Oh, ew, oh, how dark and dank it was inside that wolf. Ew.
Kill the devil! Take that egg and cut his evil head off! Or else the demon slices into 1,000 bits! Better yet, let the animal try a painful, agonizing, hideous death!
Granny!
Quiet, child. This evil must be destroyed. Fetch me some great stones. We'll fill his belly with them and watch him try to run away.
I will leave you to your task then.
Don't you want the skins?
No, you can keep them.
What kind of hunter are you?
I'm a baker.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, come in with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bare, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared. But he drew me close and he swallowed me down a dark, slimy path where lie secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever, at the end of the path was Granny once again. So we waited in the dark until someone sets us free, and we're brought into the light, and we're back at the start. And I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Never put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers. Even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared. Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not. Mr. Baker, you saved our lives. Here, thank you.
Are you certain?
Yes? Maybe Granny will make me another one with the skins of that cape.
Thank you!
And so the baker, feeling braver and more satisfied than he had ever felt, ran back through the woods. As for the lad Jack,
Only a dolt would exchange a cow for beans.
Mother, no!
To bed without supper for you.
they know that those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch into the heavens.
Are you alright, miss?
Yes, I just need to catch my breath.
Oh, what a beautiful gown you're wearing. Were you at the King's Festival?
Yes.
Aren't you the lucky one? Whatever are you doing in the woods at this hour?
Where did she go?
I do not know, sir.
See her over there!
I've never lied to royalty before. I I've never anything to royalty before.
Thank you.
If a prince were looking for me, I certainly would not hide.
Well, what brings you into the wood at this hour? And with a cow?
Oh, my husband's off in the woods. He's undoing a spell.
Oh?
Oh, yes. Now, the prince. What was he like?
He's a very nice prince.
And
it's a very nice ball.
And
when I entered, they trumpeted.
And the prince?
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
Well, he's tall.
Is that all? Did you dance? Is he charming? They say that he's charming.
We did nothing but dance.
Yes, and
it made a nice change.
No, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
He has charm for a prince, I guess.
Yes.
I don't meet a wide range, and it's all very strange.
Are you to return to the festival tomorrow eve?
Perhaps?
Perhaps. To be pursued by a prince, all that pursues me is tomorrow's bread.
Will you look over there?
What I want to give to
An
be in your
enormous
shoes.
vine growing next to that little cottage.
I mean, slippers.
Looks like a giant
As
beanstalk.
pure as gold.
I must get home.
Oh, I must have your shoes. Oh. Where did she go? Oh no, Milky White, come back.
One midnight gone.
No knot unties itself.
Sometimes the things you must wish for are not to be touched.
The harder to get, the better to have.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Never wear mauve at a ball.
Okay. Or open your mouth.
The difference between a cow and a bean is a bean can begin an adventure.
Salted spoons don't hold much soup. The prettier the flower, the farther from the path.
The closer to the family, the closer to the wine.
One midnight gone.
Assurance is not just a dog to a prince.
Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor.
You may know what you need, but to get what you want, better see that you keep what you have.
One midnight gone.
Sometimes the things you must wish for.
One midnight gone. One midnight gone.
Agreed.
One midnight gone, one midnight gone. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods and home before.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you look below at the world you've left and the little you know of it. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, where the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you never dare cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant breast. And you know things now that you never knew before. Not till the sky. Only just when you made a friend and all, and you know she's big but you don't feel small, so when bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach's stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you long for the things you've known and the world you've left and the little you own. The fun is done. You steal what you can and run, and you scramble down and you look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. But you're back again, only different than before. After the sky There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky. Good fortune, sir. Look what I have here. 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces?
Where is my Milky White?
Milky White is at home with my wife.
Let's go get them.
Wait! I do not know that I wish to sell.
Are you saying that you wish more money?
More money is always...
Keep this. I'll go fetch more.
Wait, I didn't say... Oh. 5 gold pieces. With this money, I could buy baking supplies for a year. I could buy a new thatched roof and a new chimney.
Could you buy yourself a child?
Who are you?
When first I appear, I seem delirious, but when explained, I am nothing serious. Could you buy yourself a child?
I don't understand.
How badly do you wish a child? 5 gold pieces, 10, 20?
I've never thought to put a price on it.
Exactly. You've not thought of many things, have you, son?
Hey, that's not yours!
Nor is it Jack's. The money's not what's important. What's important is that your wish be honored.
Wait! Come back! Oh. What are you doing here now?
I see you've the red cape.
Yes, I have the cape. Only 2 items left to locate.
3.
2. I have the cape and the cow.
You've the cape.
What have you done with the cow?
She ran away. I never reached home. I've been looking for her all night.
I should have known better than to have entrusted her with you.
She might just as easily have run away from you.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
Who cares? The cow is gone. Get it back. Get it back!
We were just going to go do that. Here, I can give you this.
Don't give me that! I don't want to touch that fool. Have you no sense? My sweetness calls. By tomorrow's midnight, deliver me those items, or you'll wish you'd never thought to have a child!
Oh.
I don't like that woman.
I'm sorry I lost the cow.
I shouldn't have yelled. Now please, go back to the village. Go.
Ah, there you are, good brother. Father and I had wondered where you had gone.
I've been searching all night for her.
Her?
The beautiful one I danced the evening with.
Where did she go?
Disappeared like the fine morning mist.
Ah, she was lovely.
The loveliest.
I am not certain of that. I must confess I, too, have found a lovely maiden. She lives here in the woods.
The woods?
Yes, in the top of a tall tower that has no door or stairs.
Where?
2 leagues from here, due east, just beyond the Massino.
And how do you manage a visit?
I stand beneath her tower, and I say,
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Down your hair to me!
and then she lowers the longest, most beautiful head of hair, yellow as corn, which I climb to her.
Rapunzel? Rapunzel? What kind of name is that? You jest. I've never heard of such a thing.
I speak the truth. She is as true as your maiden. A maiden? Running from a prince? None would run from us.
Yet one has. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in her tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair. Blithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Ah, Agony, far more painful than yours. When you know she would go with you if there only were doors. Agony, oh, the torture they teach. What's as intriguing
Or half so fatiguing
as what's out of reach?
Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, an heir to a throne?
You are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why no?
Do I know?
The girl must be mad.
You know nothing of madness till you're climbing her hair and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her agony,
Misery,
whoa,
though it's different for each. Always 10 steps behind,
always 10 feet below,
and she's just out of reach.
agony that can cut like a knife.
I must have her to wife.
Two princes, each more handsome than the next. No, get the hair. Excuse me, young woman. Have you encountered a boy with carrot top hair and sunny, though occasionally vague disposition answering to the name of Jack? Not the one partial to a white cow. He's the one. Have you seen the cow? No, and I don't care to ever again. Children can be very queer about their animals. You be careful with your children. I have no children. That's okay too. Yes? Well, I have not seen your son today. I hope he didn't go up that beanstalk again. Quit while you're ahead, I say. Jack! Jack!
Moo! Moo!
What are you doing?
I am here to make amends.
I want you to stay out of this, old man.
I am here to see that your wish is granted.
You've caused enough trouble. Stay out of my path.
I hope there are no witches to encounter. Rapunzel! Let down your hair to me.
Is that too, my prince?
Yes. Excuse me for this. You do take plenty of spills, don't you?
Oh, hello. It's these slippers. They're really not suited for these surroundings. Actually, they're not much suited for dancing either.
I'd say these slippers were as pure as gold.
Well, they're all you could wish for in beauty.
What I wouldn't give for just one.
One isn't likely to do you much good.
Was the ball just as wonderful as last evening?
Oh, I'm afraid I have no experience with princes or castles or gowns.
Nonsense, every girl dreams.
But, I have to go.
Oh,
go,
no.
Come on.
I need your shoe.
I need to get out of here. Go.
Where is she?
Who?
I do not play the fool woman.
Oh, you mean the beautiful young maiden in the ball gown? She went in that direction. I was trying to hold your
I
hair for
can
you.
capture my own damsel, thank you.
Who? That direction, but you'll never reach him.
We would if that mom with a cow had molested us.
Cow?
Please, let me just compare this color to that of your own.
You want to compare our hair to corn?
I thought you were returning home. I've had no luck.
You've the cow.
Yes, I've only 2 of the 4 items.
3.
2.
3. Compare this to your corn.
Where did you find this?
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
3.
And I almost had the 4th, but she got away.
We've 1 entire day left. Surely we can find the slipper before then.
We? You mean you'll allow me to stay?
Well, perhaps it will take two of us to get this child.
You've changed. You're daring. You're different in the woods. More sure, more sharing. You're getting us through the woods. At home, I fear we'd stay the same forever. And then out here, you're passionate, charming, considerate, clever.
It takes one to begin, but then once you've begun, it takes two of you, it's no fun. But there's more to be done, you can do when there's two of you. If I dare, it's because I'm becoming aware of us as a pair of us, each accepting a share of what's there.
We've changed, we're strangers. I'm meeting you in the woods.
Who minds what dangers? I know I'll get past the woods. And once we're past,
Let's hope the changes last. Beyond woods, beyond witches and slippers and hoods. Just the two of us beyond lies. Safe at home with our beautiful prize. Just a few of us, it takes trust. It takes just a bit more and we're done. We want four, we had none, we've got three. We need one, it takes two.
Stop her! Stop that hen! Providence, my Milky White! And her owners! And my hen.
look what this hen has laid in my hands.
A golden egg. I've never seen a golden egg.
You see, I promised you more than those 5 gold pieces I gave you.
5 gold pieces?
Now I'm taking my cow.
Wait!
5 gold pieces. Where are the 5 gold pieces?
An old man.
But you said I could have my cow.
I said that you might, not that you could.
You would take money before a child.
Milky White is dead?
2.
2 midnights gone.
And so the baker and his wife buried the dead Milky White.
You'll have to go back to the village in search of another cow.
And what do you propose I use to purchase this cow?
Here. Tell them it's magic.
No person with a brain larger than this is going to exchange a cow for a bean.
Then steal it.
Steal it? Just 2 days ago, you were accusing me of exercising deceit and securing the cow.
Then don't steal it and resign yourself to a childless life.
I feel it best you go for the cow, as I have met a maiden with a golden slipper these previous eves and feel I might succeed in securing one of her shoes.
Fine.
Fine.
That is simply...
Fine.
And so the baker and his wife went their separate ways. Unfortunately for Rapunzel, the witch had discovered her affections for the prince before he had a chance to spirit her away.
What did I clearly say? Children should listen. What were you not to do? Children must see and learn. Why could you not obey? Children should listen. No. What have I been to you? What would you have me be? Handsome like a prince? No. Oh, but I am old, I am ugly, I embarrass you. No. Yes, you are ashamed of me. You are ashamed. You don't understand.
It was lonely atop that tower.
I was not company enough.
I am no longer a child. I wish to see the world.
I gave you protection and yet you disobeyed me.
But did you think I would stay in that tower forever?
You lied. Why didn't you tell me you had a visitor? I will not share you, but I will show you a world you've never seen!
When is a white cow not a white cow? In need of another cow.
What a beautiful cape!
Stay away from my cape or I'll slice you into 1,000 bits!
I don't want it. I was just admiring it.
Oh, my granny made it for me from the wolf that attacked us, and I got to skin the animal myself, and best of all, she gave me this knife for protection.
Well, look what I have. A hen that lays golden eggs.
I don't believe that egg came from that hen.
I stole it. It came from the kingdom of the giant, up there. And if you think that is something, you should see the golden harp the giant has. It plays the most beautiful tunes without you even having to touch it.
Of course it does. So, why don't you go up to this kingdom in the sky, bring me down this golden harp and show me?
I could.
No, you cannot.
I could.
No, you could not, Mr. Liar!
I'm not a liar. I'll get the harp. You'll see.
After having cast out Rapunzel to a remote desert, the witch returned to take the prince by surprise. And as he leapt from the tower, the thorns into which he fell pierced his eyes and blinded him.
As for Cinderella, she returned from her final visit to the festival.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who repairs. Knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares. And I thought, well, he cares. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think, well, it's a thought, what would be his response? But then what if he knew who you were when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? And then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want, what you don't, so then which do you pick? Where you're safe out of sight and yourself, but where everything's wrong? Or where everything's right and you know that you'll never belong? And whichever you pick, do it quick, 'cause you're starting to stick to the steps of the palace. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a ball's exciting, and oh, once you're there, though, it's scary. And it's fun to deceive, and you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, but you've stalled long enough since you're still standing stuck in this stuff on the steps. Better run along home and avoid the collision. Even though they don't care, you'll be better off there where there's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoes, then from out of the blue, and without any guide, you know what your decision is, which is not to decide. You'll just leave him a clue, for example, a shoe, and then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with the shoe in a stew, in the goo, and you will learn something too, something you never knew, on the steps of the palace.
Ooh! Stay away from me!
Please, just hear me out.
No, we have nothing to discuss. You've attacked me once before, and
I did not attack you. I attacked your shoe. I need it. Here. Here is a magic bean in exchange for it.
magic bean. Nonsense.
Don't do that.
Look, I've already given up one shoe this evening. My feet cannot bear to give up another.
I need that shoe to have a child.
That makes no sense.
Does it make sense that you're running from a prince? Here, take my shoes. You'll run faster.
Thanks, I guess.
Who was that woman?
I do not know, sir.
Lying will cost you your life.
I've done nothing. The slipper we've all for.
Aha! I will give this to the prince who searched the kingdom for the maiden who will fit this shoe.
It's mine.
What was that noise?
Just a bolt of lightning in a far-off kingdom.
How dare you go off in search without me?
Just thought...
Enough of what you thought. I employed a ruse, and had the entire staircase smeared with pitch, and there, when the maiden ran down, remained her slipper.
Genius!
I thought so. It did create quite a mess when the other guests left.
And I have succeeded in obtaining the other slipper.
Give them the slipper and all will come to a happy end.
Who are you, old man?
When first I appear, I seem deleterious.
Shut up!
Do as he says. He's obviously some kind of spirit or something. We already need one.
There's a dead giant in my backyard! I heard Jack coming down the beanstalk calling for his axe. Suddenly, when I crashed, the beanstalk fell, but there was no Jack. For all I know, he's been crushed by the ogre.
Worrying will do you no good. If he's safe, then he's safe. If not, well, then there's not much any of us can do about that now, is there? I must be off. I have to find my bride.
Doesn't anyone care? A giant has fallen from the sky?
The giant's dead, is he not?
The third midnight's here. You've all the objects?
Yes.
That cow doesn't look white as milk to me.
Oh, she is. She is.
That cow's been covered with flour.
We had a cow as white as milk. Honest, we did.
Then where is she?
She's dead.
We thought you'd prefer a live one.
Of course I prefer a live cow, so bring me the dead one and I'll bring her back to life.
You can do that?
Now!
There you are. I've been worried sick.
Mother, look! The most beautiful harp.
You've stolen too much. You could have been killed coming down that plant.
What's going on? My Milky White! Now I have two friends, a cow and a harp.
Quiet. Feed the objects to the cow.
What?
You heard me. Feed them to the cow. Fill this.
I'll do it. She'll only milk for me.
Wrong ingredients. Forget about a child.
No. You wait 1 moment. We followed your instructions. 1, this cow is as white as milk. Correct.
Yes.
2, that cape was certainly as red as blood.
Yes.
And 3, the slipper.
Yes.
And 4, that hair was definitely as yellow as corn.
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
What? I touched that hair. Don't you understand? I can't have touched any of the objects.
The corn! The corn!
What?
The silky hair of the corn! Pull it from the ear and feed it to the cow!
Have you
Quickly!
no other daughters?
This better work, old man, or your son will be the last of your flesh and blood.
Please, not now.
Son?
Yes. Meet your father.
Father? Is that you? I thought you died in a baking accident.
I didn't want to run away from you, son, but
It's working.
She's milking!
I don't understand.
into the cup! Not now! Oh! Son! Son!
Father! Father!
All is prepared! Ah!
He's dead!
And so, the mysterious man died, having helped down the curse on his house. For the baker, there would be no reunion with his father, and he and his wife, bewildered, returned home.
As for the witch, who had been punished with age and ugliness, was returned to her former state of youth and beauty.
And as for Milky White, after a night of severe indigestion, she was reunited with the now wealthy Jack.
And the prince, his search for the foot that would fit the slipper, revealed his problem with blood, but he finally found Cinderella.
And finally, as for Rapunzel, she bore twins and lived impoverished in the forest until one day, her prince, wandering blindly through the forest, heard a voice so familiar that he could not help but go towards it.
And as he fell into her arms, 2 of her tears watered his eyes and restored his vision.
I was going to come and fetch you as soon as you had learned your lesson.
Who are you?
Surely you remember.
Mother?
Yes, this is who I truly am. Come with me, child. We can be as happy as we once were.
She will not go with you.
Let her speak for herself. Come with me, please. You're the only family I know. You leave me no choice.
As is often the way in tales like this, in exchange for her youth and beauty, the witch lost her power over others.
When the wedding with the prince was celebrated, Florinda and Lucinda attended, hoping to interfere with Cinderella and share in her good fortune. But as the sisters stood beside the blessed couple, pigeons swooped down upon them and poked out their eyes and punished them with blindness.
I see your prince has found you.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for the slipper.
I didn't think I'd wed a prince.
I didn't think I'd ever find you.
I didn't think I could be so happy.
And so it all came to pass. All that was wrong had been set right, the kingdom was filled with joy, and those who deserved to were certain to live a long and happy life. Ever after.
Ever after, journey over, all is mended, and it's not just for today, but tomorrow and extended. Ever after,
Ever after.
all the curses haven't ended, the reverse is wiped away, all tenderness and laughter, for forever after.
Happy now and happy hence and happy ever after.
There were dangers,
We were frightened,
And confusion.
but we hid it.
and the path would often swerve.
We did not.
There were
It's amazing that we did it.
They never lost their nerve.
Not a lot. We reached the right conclusions.
And we got what we deserve.
Not a sigh and not a sorrow, tenderness and laughter. Joy today and bliss tomorrow and forever after.
I was greedy.
I was vain.
I was haughty.
I was smug.
We were happy. It was fun, but we were blinded. We went into the woods to get our wish, and now we're really
I
blind.
was perfect. I had everything of beauty. I had power. And I adored her like a flower in a tower. Then I went into the woods to get my wish. Now I'm ordinary. Lost my power, my flower, and I'm happy now. Unhappy hence as well as ever after. Happy used our common sense, been worthy of our discontents. To be happy and forever, you will see your wish come true.
Don't be careful, don't be clever. When you see your wish pursue, it's a dangerous endeavor, but the only thing to do.
Though it's fearful, though it's deep, though it's dark, and though you may lose the path that you may
Those
come
deep, those deep, those dark, those things you must not hurt. You need to
Those deep, those dark, those
hurt. You must not
Have your wish, if you want your wish, you can have your wish. You can't just wish, no, to get your wish. You go into the woods where nothing's clear, where witches, ghosts, and wolves appear. Into the woods and through the fear, you have to take the journey. Into the woods and down the dell, in vain perhaps, but who can tell?
Into the woods to lift the spell.
Into the woods to lose the longing,
Into the woods to have the
to
child.
wed the prince,
To get the money.
save the house,
To kill the wolf.
to climb the
To
fire.
conquer the kingdom. To have to wed. To get to save. To kill. To keep. To go to the festival. Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods and out of the woods.
Be continued.
And happy ever after.
Once upon a time.
Later.
I wish
In that same far-off kingdom,
more than anything.
Young princess.
More than life. More than footmen.
I wish.
and the baker and his family.
No, I miss.
I wish.
More than anything. More than the moon.
I wish to sponsor a festival.
More than life,
The time has come for a festival.
more than riches,
And a ball.
I miss my kingdom up in the sky.
More than anything.
I wish we had more room.
Play hard.
But despite some minor inconveniences, they were all quite content.
I never thought I'd wed a prince.
I never thought I'd find perfection.
I never thought I could be so happy. Not an unhappy moment since you'd be this rich.
I never thought we'd have a
I never thought I could be so happy.
happy now, happy hence, happy ever after.
We're so happy, you're so happy. Just as long as we stay happy, we'll stay happy on one round.
Lots of pence.
With my cow.
Little gurgle.
Darling, I must go now.
We should really sell it.
Where's the cheesecloth?
Wishes may bring problems such that you regret them. Better that though times you never get them.
If only this cottage were a little larger.
Why does he always cry when I hold him?
He's cried, he's fine. You didn't hold him as though he were so fragile.
Here, you take him. He wants his mother.
I can't take care of him all the time.
I'll care for him when he's older.
I'm going to be the perfect
Be a
one.
perfect son.
I'm going to see that she is so happy. I never thought I'd love my life. I would have settled for another than to become a wife.
Then to be set for love.
That fortune smiled. I'm so happy.
Are you all right?
Yes,
And the baby?
yes, he's fine.
You did this to our house.
Always thinking of yourself. Look at my garden.
Destroyed.
What's happened, an earthquake?
No earthquake, my garden's been trampled. Those are footprints.
Who could do such a thing?
Anything that leaves a footprint that large is no who.
Do you think it was a bear?
A bear? Bears are sweet. Besides, you ever seen a bear with 40-foot feet?
Dragon?
No scorch marks, usually they're linked.
Manticore?
Imaginary.
Griffin?
Instinct.
Giant?
Possible. Very, very possible.
A giant.
Maybe we should tell someone.
Who are you going to tell?
The royal family,
The
of course.
royal family? I wouldn't count on that family to snuff out a rat. A giant's the worst. A giant has a brain. A giant's just like us. Only bigger. Much bigger. So big that we are just an expendable bug beneath its foot. Boom!
We are moving!
And so the baker set off to meet with the royal family, but not before visiting Jack and his mother.
Look, Milky White, it's the butcher.
The baker.
What can we do for you, sir?
I'm here to investigate the destruction that was wrought upon my house this morning.
Jack has been home with me all day.
The baker told them that he feared that a giant was in their land.
I know how to recognize a giant's footstep. I could go to your house.
You'll do no such
Any
thing.
help at all?
I'm sorry, but you'll get none from us. No one cared when there was a dead giant in my backyard. I don't remember you volunteering to come to my aid.
A giant in your backyard is one thing, a crushed house is quite another.
Look, young man, I wouldn't worry. Giants never strike the same house twice.
Nonetheless, I'm taking the news to the castle.
When the baker arrived at the castle, it was the princess and the steward who greeted his news. The story unfolds.
Shouldn't that have been small? And it's just fun seeing you.
My princess, I'm here to report the appearance of a giant in the land. My house is destroyed and
That could have been caused. Wait! Wait!
a nearby household was visited by a giant not long ago.
Yes,
Descending from a beanstalk.
I remember.
That giant was slain. Now come along.
Wait, please! I have a young child. My princess, our child was very difficult to come by. His safety is of great importance to us.
Are we entirely through now?
I will take this news up with the prince when he returns. Thank you.
I'm going off to sell the harp, Jack.
Mother, no!
Jack, listen to me. We don't want this harp around when there's a giant on the loose.
But Mother, I know how to kill a giant.
Please, we've had our fill of giants.
But Mother, if I could help.
Enough. Promise me, son, you won't leave your surroundings.
But Mother, I'm a man now.
You're still a little boy in your mother's eyes. I want you to promise. Promise.
I promise.
What happened to your house?
We've had a baking accident.
Baking accident?
No use frightening the
young thing.
You can't frighten her.
Oh, well, I guess Granny will have to do without the bread and sweets. Besides, I have all I can carry. Why is such a load? Oh, I'm moving in with Granny. We had an accident, too. I came home to find my house crushed, as if a big wind blew it in, and I couldn't find my mother anywhere. Oh, no. So, I salvaged what I could, and now I'm off.
Oh, good friends! What news of you? What, of Mother's grave? What kind of trouble? I will disguise myself and go see what's wrong. Thank you, birds.
We'll take you to Granny's.
What?
We can't let her go alone.
Fine, I will take you.
I have gone many times before. I don't need anyone to take me.
But not when there have been such winds blowing.
That's right. We'll all take you.
I know Mother made me promise, but I'm going to find that giant anyway.
Into the woods, it's always when you think it lasts, you're through, and then into the woods you go again to take another journey.
Into the woods, the weather's clear. We've been before, we've naught to fear. Into the woods, away from here.
Into the woods to find a giant.
To the woods to grandmother's house.
To the woods, the path is straight, no reason then to hesitate.
Into the woods, it's not so late. It's just another journey.
Long the skies are strange, the winds are strong. Into the woods to see what's wrong.
Into the woods to slay a giant. Into the woods
To shield the child.
To flee the wind.
To find the future,
To shield.
to slay.
to find.
To fix,
To hide.
To move.
To battle.
to see what the trouble is.
What are you doing here? What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. You just locked me in a tower of that company for all my life, then blinded my prince, and banished me to a desert where I had little to eat, and again no company. And then born twins! And because of the way you treated me, I will never, ever, ever be happy!
I was just trying to be a good mother. Stay with me. There's a giant running about.
Ah, there you are, good brother. What a surprise.
Brother, how good to see you.
What brings you into the wood today?
I'm investigating news of a giant.
You? Investigating news of a giant? Father would not even do that. That is business for your steward, or less.
Well, what are you doing in the woods?
My Rapunzel has run off.
Run off?
She's a changed woman. She has been subject to hysterical fits of crying, mood swings that no soul could predict. I know not what to do.
What a pity.
And Cinderella?
She remains well.
Does she? Now, brother, do tell me what you are really doing here.
High in a tower like yours was, but higher, a beauty asleep. All round the tower, a thicket of briars 100 feet deep. Agony, no frustration more keen. When the one thing you want is a thing that you've not even seen.
I found a casket entirely of glass. No, it's unbreakable. Inside, don't ask it, a maiden, alas, just as unwakeable. What unmistakable agony is the way always barred. What's as intriguing
Or half so fatiguing
as what's out of reach?
if it were not for the thicket.
A thicket's no trick, is it thick?
It's the thickest.
The quickest is pick it apart with a stick.
Yes, but even one prick, it's my thing about blood.
Well, it's sick.
No sicker than your thing with dwarves.
Dwarfs.
Dwarves.
Dwarves are very upsetting.
Not forgetting the paths unachievable, mountains unscalable, if it's conceivable but unavailable. Agony, misery, woe, though it's different for each. When they lie there for years,
And you cry on their beers.
what unbearable bliss. Agony that can cut like a knife.
Ah, well, back to my wife. Rapunzel. I must be off. Godspeed, brother.
Godspeed.
Are you certain this is the right direction?
We went down the dell.
Perhaps you forgot the way.
Where's the lily pond? Where's the stream? Where's Granny?
Calm down. Maybe we should turn back.
No!
We'll just have to find Granny's without the path.
But Mother always warned me to never stray from the path.
The path is straight from you.
Wait, that looks familiar. Do you see in the distance there are 3 large oak trees?
Yes, I remember.
Who might that be?
The steward in the royal family. What are you doing here?
The castle has been set upon by a giant.
Oh no.
I warned you. Why did you not listen?
I don't make policy, I just carry it out.
I warn you not to count on a royal family to solve your problems.
I think it best we go back to the village.
I wouldn't be in such a rush if I were you. Guess which path the giant took to the castle. All that's left of my garden is a sack of beans. There's not much left of your house either.
But I heard giants never strike the same house twice.
You heard wrong. The giant's a woman.
Where is the lad who killed my husband? There is no lad here.
We have not seen him.
I want the lad who climbed the beanstalk.
We'll get him for you right away. Don't move.
Wait a minute. It was you who destroyed my house. Not a great way to because of you. I have no mother.
And who destroyed my house? The boy asked for shelter and he stole our gold and our harp. And then he killed my husband. I must avenge the wrongdoing.
We are not responsible for him.
I know he's there and I'm going to wait right here until he's delivered to me.
The giant, who was nearsighted, remained convinced that he had found the lad. There was no consensus among them as to which course of action to take.
Put a spell on her.
I no longer have my powers. If I did, do you really think I'd be here? With all of you? No, we'll have to give her someone.
Who?
The steward. It's in his line of duty to sacrifice his life.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not giving up my life for anyone. I'm still waiting!
You must understand, these were not people used to making large decisions. Their past adventures in the wood had in no way prepared them to deal with a force this great.
Excuse me. Would you like a blind girl instead?
How dare you?
Put them out of their misery.
We're not that miserable.
What are you talking about?
She doesn't want a woman.
Fine, then what do you suggest we do?
I'm waiting!
It is interesting to examine the morals at question here. The finality of stories such as this dictates... Oh, I'm sorry. I just tell the story. I'm not a part of it.
That's right. Not one of us.
You're always on the outside.
You must understand, that's my role. There must always be an outside observer.
You're gonna be on the inside now.
You're making a big mistake.
Nonsense.
You need an objective observer to pass the story along.
Some of us don't like the way you've been telling it.
But wait, if you drag me into this mess, you'll have no one to tell your story for you. You'll be lost.
Wait, he's right. He's the only one who knows the story.
Do you think it will be any fun to tell the story yourselves?
Think of your baby.
Stop! He's right. Put that away.
Now, that's better. You don't want to live in a world of chaos, now do you? There must always be an
Here's the
outside...
lad!
But I'm not the lad!
Drum! Why did you push him into her arms?
You wanted to get rid of him too.
We might have thought of something else.
If it was up to you, a decision would never be reached.
But now that he's gone, we're never gonna know what happens next.
We'll manage. Must I search among you for the lad?
No! Jack is just a boy, and we had no food to eat. He exchanged his cow for magic beans. If anyone is to be blamed, it's the man who made that exchange.
That's right.
Nonsense.
It was your responsibility. Now I must punish him for his wrong.
We've suffered too. Do you think it was a picnic disposing of your husband's remains?
You're making me angry.
What about our anger? What about our loss? Who's been flouncing through our kingdom?
I'm warning you.
I'll hide my son and you'll never find him.
Don't say that!
You'll never find him! And if you don't go back this instant, we'll get you for all you've done!
Where is your son? Is that him?
No, it's not the lad! Stay here!
She's in poor condition.
Wake up.
Don't let them get Jack.
We won't.
Promise me you won't let him be hurt as I stand here at death's door.
I'll do all I can.
Promise. Promise.
All right, I promise.
No. Come away from there. You killed her.
I was thinking of the greater good. That's my job.
This is the world I meant. Couldn't you listen? Couldn't you stay content, safe behind walls, as I could not? Now you know what's out there in the world. No one stays untainted by the world. Only I, who loved you as you were. Only I, who's frightened less of her than them. No matter what you say, children won't listen. No matter what you know, children refuse to learn. Guide them along the way, yet still they won't listen. Children can only grow from something you love to something you lose.
Life was so steady and now this. When are things going to return to normal?
We must be off. We're to arrive before nightfall.
Where are you going?
Shh! We can't take everyone.
Fools. There is nowhere to hide.
You'll never make it. You have to stay here with us so we can get out of this together.
Some people are cut out to battle giants and others are not. I don't have the Constitution, and as long as I can be of no help, I'm going to hide. Everything will be fine in the end.
Not always.
I hope the giant steps on them all.
You shouldn't say
You
that.
were thinking the same thing.
This is terrible. We just saw 3 people die.
Since when are you so squeamish? How many wolves have you carved
A
up?
wolf's not the same.
The wolf's mother!
Stop it!
Slow down. Maybe if the boy apologizes, makes amends.
Yes, If he returns with stolen goods.
He's really a sweet boy at heart. She'll see that.
It's because of that boy that there's a giant in our lands.
But if we give her the boy, she'll kill him.
And if we don't, she'll kill half the kingdom. You people are so blind. While you stand here talking about this problem, I'll find that boy and I'll feed him to the giant for lunch.
Are we really gonna let her feed the boy to the giant?
No,
I'll have to find him first.
I'll go too.
No, you are to stay here with the baby.
We'll fan out and it'll increase our chances of finding him. No, I do not want you roaming about the woods. Careful with the head. Put the knife away. Good.
You would entrust our child with her?
The baby's asleep. He'll be safe with a girl.
But what if the giant were to return here?
The giant will not harm them, I know.
How do you know?
I know.
But what if?
But what if will only a giant's footsteps stop your arguing? 100 paces. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
2, 3.
Jack! Jack! '81, '82, '83, '80. Hello, sir!
Hello.
You must be here to slay the giant.
Yes.
Have you come upon the giant yet?
No.
I have.
You have?
Yes?
Why are you alone in the woods?
I came with my husband. It is a long story.
He would let you roam alone in the woods?
No, actually, that was my choice.
Your choice?
Yes.
How brave.
Brave.
Yes. Anything can happen in the woods. May I kiss you? Any moment we could be crushed. Don't feel rushed.
This is ridiculous. What am I doing here? I'm in the wrong story. No, this is not right. You have a princess.
Well, yes, I do.
And I have a baker.
Of course. How foolish. Foolishness can happen in the woods. Once again, please. Let your hesitations be hushed. Life is often so unpleasant. You must know that as a peasant. Best to take the moment present as a present for the moment.
'81, '82, '83.
No.
Jack! Jack! What seems to be wrong, ma'am? May I be of some service?
The tree has fallen. Mother's grave is destroyed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My wishes have just been crushed.
Don't say that.
Oh, it's true. You wouldn't understand.
Well, you can't stay here. There's a giant on the loose.
I'm certain the prince will see to it that the giant is rid from our land.
There's been no sign of the prince. No doubt he's off seducing some young maiden.
What?
I understand that's what princes do.
Oh, not all princes.
You look just like the princess. Only dirtier. You are the princess!
Oh, please get up. Get up. I'm not a princess here.
What are you to do?
I must return to the castle.
You haven't heard? We came upon the royal family. The castle's been set upon by the giant.
And the prince?
He was not among them. Here, you must come with us. You'll be safe in our company.
I must leave you.
Why?
The giant.
The giant, of course. I'd almost forgotten. Will we find each other in the woods again?
This was just a moment in the woods. Our moment shimmering and lovely and sad. Leave the moment, just be glad for the moment that we had. Any moment is a moment when you're in the woods. I must be off. I have to slay a giant. That is what the next moment holds for me. I shall never forget you. How brave you are to be alone in the woods. And how alive you've made me feel.
What was that? Was that me? Was that him? Did a prince really kiss me? And kiss me, and kiss me? And did I kiss him back? Was it wrong? Am I mad? Is that all? Does he miss me? Was he suddenly getting bored with me? Wake up. Stop dreaming. Stop prancing about the woods. It's not beseeming. What is it about the woods? Back to life, back to sense, back to child, back to husband. You can't live in the woods. There are vows, there are ties, there are needs, there are standards, there are shouldn'ts and shoulds. Why not both instead? There's the answer if you're clever. Have a child for warmth and a baker for bread and a prince for whatever. Never, it's these woods. Face the facts, find the boy, join the group, stop the giant, just get out of these woods. Was that him? Yes, it was. Was that me? No, it wasn't. Just a trick of the woods. Just a moment, one peculiar passing moment. Must it all be either less or more, either plain or grand? Is it always or is it never? And that's what woods are for those moments in the woods. Oh, if life were made of moments, even now and then a bad one. But if life were only moments, then you'd never know you had one. First a witch, then a child, then a prince, then a moment who can live in the woods. And to get what you wish only just for a moment, these are dangerous woods. Let the moment go. Don't forget it for a moment though. Just remembering you've had an and when you're back to or makes the or mean more than it did before. Now I understand, and it's time to leave the woods. Don't remember going this way. No, let's try over here.
She should be back by now.
She wouldn't get lost.
I'm sure she'll return.
Look who I found.
Please don't let her give me to the
Not
giant.
our fault the giant wants you.
You're hurting me.
Keep away from him!
Where did you find this? Where's my wife?
She's dead.
What?
I came upon her. She was under a tree.
He was crying over her like she was his own mother.
How awful.
How could this happen?
I buried her in a footprint.
No.
How could I be so stupid? I should have gone with her.
Remorse will get you nowhere.
My wife is dead.
Wake up! People are dying all around you. You're not the only one to have suffered a loss. When you're dead, you're dead. Now it's time to get this boy to the giant before we're all so much dead meat. This is no time to be soft-hearted. He's going to the giant and I'm taking him.
Yes, it's because of you there's a giant in our midst and my wife is dead.
But it isn't my fault I was given those beans. You persuaded me to trade away my cow for beans, and without those beans there'd have been no stock to get up to the giants in the first place.
Wait a minute, Magic. Beans for a cow so old that you had to tell a lie to sell it, which you told. Were they worthless beans? Were they oversold? Would tell us who persuaded you to steal that gold?
So it's your fault.
No!
No, it's your fault.
No!
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It's true.
Wait a minute, though. I only stole the gold to get my cow back from you.
So it's your fault.
Yes.
No, it isn't. I'd have kept those beans if my house was cursed. She made us get a cow to get the curse reversed.
It's your father's fault that the curse got placed and the place got cursed in the first place.
Then it's his
So,
fault. It was his fault.
No.
Yes, it is. It's his.
I guess.
Wait a minute, though. I chopped down the beanstalk, right? That's clear. But without any beanstalk, then what's queer is how did the second giant get down here in the first place? Second place?
Yes. How?
Well, who had the other bean?
The other bean?
Other bean?
You pocketed the other bean.
I didn't. Yes, I did.
So it's your fault.
No, it isn't, because I gave it to my wife.
So it's her fault.
No, it isn't.
Then whose is it?
Wait a minute. She exchanged that bean to obtain your shoes, so the one who knows what happened to the bean is you.
I mean, that old bean that your wife, oh dear, but I never knew it, so I threw it. Don't look here.
So it's your fault.
But I.
See, it's her fault,
But I-
and it isn't mine at all.
But what?
Well, if you hadn't gone back up again.
We were needy.
You were greedy, did you need that hen?
But I got it from my mother.
So it's her fault then.
You said, what about the harp in the third place?
The harp, yes.
She went and dared
I
me
dared you
dared me
to.
to. As if
No,
you
I didn't.
said that I was scared too. You dared me.
No, I didn't.
So it's your
No,
fault.
it isn't.
If you hadn't dared to.
If you had left the harp alone,
And
you
if
wouldn't
you
be in
hadn't thrown
trouble
away
in the
the bean
first
in the
place.
first
Well,
place.
if she hadn't raised them in
It
the
was your
first
fault.
had raised them in
And
the
if you
first
hadn't
place.
raised them in the first place.
It's your fault.
You're responsible. You're the one to blame. It's your fault.
It's the last midnight. It's the last wish. It's the last midnight. Soon it will be boom, squish. Told a little lie, stole a little gold, broke a little vow. Did you have to get your prince? Had to get your cow? Have to get your wish? Doesn't matter how, anyway, it doesn't matter now. It's the last midnight. It's the boom splat. Nothing but a vast midnight. Everybody smashed flat. Nothing we can do. Not exactly true. We can always give her the boy. No, of course what really matters is the blame. Someone you can blame. Fine if that's the thing you enjoy, placing the blame. If that's the aim, give me the blame. Just give me the boy. No. You're so nice. You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice. I'm not nice, I'm not good, I'm just right. I'm the witch, you're the world. I'm the hitch, I'm when no one believes. I'm the witch, you're all liars and thieves like his father. Like his son will be too, oh why bother? You'll just do what you do, it's the last midnight. So goodbye, all coming at you fast. Midnight, soon you'll see the sky fall. Here you want a bean, have another bean. Beans are made for making you rich. Plant them and they soar. Here you want some more. Listen to the roar, times by the score. Oh, well, you can blame another witch. It's the last midnight. It's the last verse. Now before it's past midnight, I'm leaving you my last curse. I'm leaving you alone. You can tend the garden, it's yours. Separate tend alone. Everybody down on a horse. Alright, Mother Wen. Lost the bees again. Punish me the way you did then. Give me claws and a hunch. So away from this bunch. And the gloom. And the doom. And the boom. Mother, here I come.
Maybe I shouldn't have stolen from the giant.
Maybe I shouldn't have strayed from the path.
Maybe I should never have attended the ball.
Yes. Maybe you shouldn't have.
Where are you going?
Away from here.
But you said we had to find our way through this together.
It doesn't matter if we're together or apart.
We need your help.
You don't understand. My wife was the one who really helped. I depended on her for everything.
But you wouldn't leave your child.
My child will be happier in the arms of a princess.
Wait! But wait! All right. Come on.
I thought you were dead.
Not completely. Are we ever?
As far as I'm concerned, you are.
Is that the truth?
It's because of you there's a giant in our midst and my wife is dead.
I strayed into the garden to give your mother a gift. And I foolishly took some of those beans for myself. How was I to know? How are we ever to know? And when she died, I ran from my guilt. And now aren't you making the same mistake?
No.
Aren't you running away?
No more questions, please. No more tests. Comes the day you say what for, please no more.
We disappoint, we disappear, we die, but we don't.
What?
They disappoint, in turn I fear, forgive though they won't.
No more riddles. No more jests. No more curses you can't undo, left by fathers you never knew. No more quests. No more feelings. Time to shut the door. Please, no more.
Running away, let's do it. Free from the ties that bind. No more despair or burdens to bear out there in the yonder. Running away, go to it. Where did you have in mind? Have to take care, unless there's a where, you'll only be wandering blind. Just more questions. Different kind. Where are we to go? Where are we ever to go? Running away, we'll do it. Why sit around resigned? Trouble is, son, the farther you run, the more you'll feel undefined. For what you have left undone and more, what you've left behind. We disappoint, we leave a mess, we die, but we don't.
We disappoint in turn, I guess, forgive though they won't. Like father, like son. No more giants waging war. Can't we just pursue our lives with our children and our wives till that happier day arrives? How do you ignore all the witches, all the curses, all the wolves, all the lies, the false hopes, the goodbyes, the reverses? Although wondering what even worse is still in store. all the children, all the giants, no more.
I knew you wouldn't give up.
He wouldn't leave his baby.
But he looks like he was going to.
Give me my son. He always cries when
Now, what are we to do?
We'll have to think. Come up with a plan.
What? If only there was some way we could surprise her.
But she's a little too tall to surprise.
Oh, good friends! I'm so glad you're here. I need your help now more than ever. What if the prince? I don't care. What's important now is that we find a way to fell the giant. How can you help? You could do that? Oh, Birds, how can I ever thank you?
You talk to birds?
The birds will help.
How?
When the giant returns, they'll attack her. Pack out her eyes till she's blind.
What good will that do?
Well, then you can surprise her. Strike her. Whatever you do to kill a giant.
When she's blinded, she'll stagger about.
She'll get angry.
She'll crush us all.
Smear the ground with pitch. Her shoes will stick and she won't be able to move.
And I will strike her from behind.
And I will climb the tree too. We'll take 2 mighty blows.
Oh, I'm excited.
Quickly, it's almost dark.
Come on.
Let's go.
Oh, there. I know. You want your mother.
Hello.
The giant went in that direction.
My darling, I didn't recognize you. Why are you wearing those old clothes? The child? You must go back to the castle at once. There's a giant on the loose.
The giant has been to the castle.
No, are you all right? My love, why are you being so cold?
Maybe it's because I'm not your only love. Am I?
I love you. I do. But yes, it's true.
Why then, if you love me, would you have strayed?
I thought that if you were mine, I would never want more. And part of me is as content and happy as I've ever been. But there remains a part of me that continually needs more.
I have on occasion wanted for more, but that does not mean I went in search of it. If this is how you behave as a prince, what kind of king will you be?
I was raised to be charming, not sincere.
I think you should go.
Leave? But I do love you.
Consider that I've been lost. A victim of the giant.
Are you sure that's what you wish?
My father's house was a nightmare. Your house was a dream. Now I want something in between. Please go.
I shall always love the maiden who ran away.
They're almost ready. When we see the giant, we're to send her in that direction.
Good.
I wanted to climb the tree with them.
Well, I'm glad you're here to help me. What's wrong?
My granny's dead.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
I think Mother and Granny would be very upset with me.
Why?
Well, they always said to make them proud, and here I am about to kill somebody.
Oh, not somebody. A giant who's been doing harm.
But the giant's a person. Aren't we to show forgiveness? Mother would be very unhappy with these circumstances.
Mother cannot guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone. I know.
Wait until Mother hears I've slain the giant.
Jack, your mother is dead.
Dead? Was she killed by the giant?
She was arguing with the giant, trying to protect you, when she was struck a deadly blow by the Prince's steward.
Why would he do that?
He was afraid she was provoking the giant.
Can no one bring her back?
No one.
The steward will pay for this. After we've slain the giant, I will slay him too.
You'll do no such thing.
But he shouldn't have killed my mother, right?
Well, no.
Then he must die.
Not exactly.
Why not?
Because that would be wrong.
What he did was wrong. He should be punished.
He will be.
How?
I don't know. Stop asking me questions I can't answer.
I'm going to kill him.
Then kill him. No, don't do that.
Mother isn't here now.
Wrong things, right things.
Who knows what she'd say?
Who can say what's true?
Nothing's quite so clear now.
Five things.
Feel you've lost your way.
You decide,
But
but
you
you
are
are
not
not alone.
Believe me, no one is alone.
No one is alone, believe me.
Truly, you move just a finger.
Say the
Slightest word. Something's bound to linger. Be heard.
No one acts alone. Careful, no one is alone.
People make mistakes. Fathers, people make mistakes. Holding to their own, thinking they're alone. Honor their mistakes.
Fight for their mistakes.
Everybody makes one another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right, giants can be good. You decide what's right, you decide what's good. Just remember, someone is on your side, someone else is not. While we're seeing our side, maybe we forgot they are not alone. No one is alone. Hard to see the light now.
Just don't let it go. Things will come out right now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side. No one is alone.
I think she's coming.
Remember, don't let her know our plan. Where is the boy?
We don't know!
Yes, we do. We can't go on hiding him any longer.
Quick, tell me where he is!
See that tree where the birds are clustered? Jack is in that tree hiding.
Thank you! Now justice will be served and I shall leave your kingdom.
Good birds.
She doesn't look happy.
Ooh, ouch.
The food is stuck in her head.
Oh, but they've done it.
She's bleeding all over.
Oh, she's fine. This way.
the potato?
Every knot was one straight rope.
The harder to wake, the better to have.
The greater the good, the harder the blow.
When going to hide, know how to get there.
And how to get back.
And eat first.
Sharp today, maybe dull by tomorrow.
Now we can all return home and hope there'll be no more killing.
Where am I to go? I have no one to take care of me now.
You'll have to take care of yourself now, Jack. It's time.
No, we won't. I'll take care of him.
You will?
Oh, yes, Jack, I'll be your mother now.
I don't want another mother. I want a friend. And a pet.
But of course, we have nowhere to go, so we'll move in with you.
Oh no.
Oh, it'll be so much fun.
My house is in shambles and there's hardly room for... Of course you can come live with us.
You shall come too.
Will I return to the castle?
I'll gladly help you with your house. There are times when I actually enjoy cleaning. How proud your wife would have been of you.
And how sad it is my son will never know her. Maybe I just wasn't meant to have children.
Don't say that. Of course you were meant to have children.
How will I go about being a father with no one to mother my child?
Just calm the child.
Just calm the child.
Look, tell him the story of how it all happened. Be father and mother. You'll know what to do.
Alone.
Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Do not let it grieve you. No one leaves for good. You are not alone. No one is alone. Hold into the light now. Let him see the glow. Things will be alright now. Tell him what you know.
Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom,
Careful the things you say.
lived a young maiden,
Children will listen.
sad young lad,
Careful the things you do.
a childless baby,
Children will see.
and his wife.
And learn. Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Careful the wish you make. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true, not free. Careful the spell you cast, not just on children. Sometimes the spell may last past what you can see and turn against you. Careful the tale you tell, that is the spell. Children will listen.
Though it's fearful, though it's deep, though it's dark, and though you may lose the path that you may come to.
Though it's deep, you stand, you may lose the path you have to walk. It's so deep, you can't stand, you have to kick. There are always wolves, there are always spells, there are always fiends or giant foes. So into the woods you go again, you have to every now and then. Into the woods, no telling when, be ready for the journey. Into the woods, but not too fast, or what you wish you lose at last.
Into the woods, but mind the past.
Into the woods, but mind the future.
Into the woods, but not to stray.
For example, the wolf was still from the light. The way is dark, the light is dim, but
think I see a glimmer.
Into the woods you have to go, but that's the way you learn to go. Into the woods to find his hope of getting through the journey. Into the woods each time you go, there's more to learn of what you know. Into the woods but not too slow. Into the woods it's nearing midnight. Into the woods to find the wood to heed the wish. And what have we done to find you, heed to find you.